We know that humans have free will, yet humans don't understand the truth and reality of the universe and life. Consequently, their free will tends to act ignorantly, which is blind action. The inertial energy produced by the action of free will is called karma. As free will is constantly acting, karma is accumulated and karmic habits are formed. When karmic habits act back on free will, it is also known as inertial force, or simply karmic force. We know that while free will is acting, it is influenced by karma. We refer to the function of karma as karmic causes or karmic conditions, and the results of free will's action under these causes and conditions are called karmic effects. Karmic effects then become new karmic causes or conditions, continuing to participate in the action of free will and producing new karmic effects. In this way, various and countless karmic causes, conditions, and effects are generated in our minds. The law of cause and effect never goes wrong. The law of karma, also known as the law of cause and effect, or the law of dependent arising, roughly encompasses the following 5 aspects. Number 1. Good and bad karmic causes will inevitably result in corresponding karmic effects. As the saying goes, you reap what you sow. The law of cause and effect is infallible. All laws of natural sciences follow the law of cause and effect, regardless of whether people recognize or believe in it. Similarly, life sciences, which encompass karma created by free will, also follow the law of cause and effect. Every cause will definitely produce the effect of the same type. This is an unwavering principle that governs all phenomena. Good actions will bring about good results. Bad actions will bring about bad results. And actions that are a mixture of good and bad will produce mixed results. This principle is infallible. Why is the law of cause and effect infallible? We often say, once water is spilled, it cannot be retrieved. Can you retrieve an arrow that has been shot? Can you recall the force that has been exerted? Once the force is exerted and the energy is released, can you bring it back? That's impossible. Once the force is exerted, there will be a reactive force. We tend to respond to the actions of other beings, whether beneficial or harmful, with gratitude or resentment. This is the nature of all beings, similar to the physical law of action and reaction. The forces generated by our intentions and thoughts operate in the same way. When greed or anger arises, the energy is released and the karma is created. At that moment, the karmic cause has already ripened, but when will the karmic effect ripen? It depends. The karmic forces generated by the good and bad actions of all beings will act back on their free will. Good and bad actions will inevitably yield corresponding karmic effects, which also means that if a person does both good and bad deeds, each will produce its own results without cancelling out the other. A person cannot eliminate the karmic retributions of their bad deeds through doing good deeds. Likewise, no matter how great a person's negative karma, it cannot erase the karmic rewards of their good deeds. For example, if you kill someone and then make a charitable donation the next day, it cannot cancel out the karmic consequences of the killing. Killing is killing. Although your act of giving will generate its corresponding merit, they are separate matters that cannot offset each other. Good and bad deeds will yield their respective consequences. As the sixth patriarch Huineng of the Chan tradition said in the Platform Sutra, some people think they can eliminate negative karma through accumulating merits, but they don't know that after they are reborn, while they may receive karmic rewards, their negative karma is still there. After reincarnation, you will receive the rewards you deserve. However, your negative karma is still there. When it's time to experience the karmic consequences, you still have to experience them. Number 2. The consequences of one's own actions are experienced by oneself, not by others. All beings create karma based on a self, known as the conventional self. According to the infallible law of karma, the karmic consequences can only be experienced by this conventional self that creates karma. This conventional self is composed of 5 aggregates, namely form, feeling, perception, mental formations, and consciousness, which are changing from moment to moment. Here, we won't delve into it. The karmic consequences that beings currently experience must be the result of their own karmic causes and conditions from the past or even previous lifetimes. It's akin to eating and sleeping, which cannot be done by someone else on our behalf. Even close relatives like parents and children cannot bear each other's karmic consequences. Each individual has to experience their own karmic effects without blaming others or fate. In the Sutra on Hells, the Buddha said, "The negative karma of a father cannot be experienced by his son, and the negative karma of a son cannot be experienced by his father." Positive karma naturally brings about blessings, while negative karma naturally brings about suffering. This second point is crucial. Please remember, everything is a result of our own actions. For example, if a stranger scolds you and you hear it but don't mentally respond to it, which means the seeds of your afflictions are not triggered, then your afflictions won't arise and you won't suffer. If your mind doesn't react, you won't experience the karmic consequences. If someone you love or respect scolds you, your feelings will be completely different, and the karmic consequences will be completely different too. You experience what your mind creates. That's why you reap what you sow. Even if the words are the same, when they are from a stranger, someone you love, or someone you respect, your internal reactions are different. Hence, you reap what you sow. How you feel is your own choice. What you experience is the result of your own actions. Everything is a result of our own actions. This is different from the belief that descendants inherit the karma of their parents and ancestors, which focuses on bloodline relationships. Chinese often believe that the lack of virtue in parents or ancestors can lead to unfavorable outcomes for their descendants. While this phenomenon exists, it's not because one's own misdeeds cause descendants to experience karmic consequences. Rather, due to one's own lack of virtue, one attracts beings who also lack virtue to be born into one's family as children. Due to your unwholesome mind, the children you attract are mostly unwholesome. Although this is not absolute, the probability of this occurrence is relatively high because like attracts like. Due to your collective karma from past lives, you often experience similar karmic consequences. Of course, a person's state of mind can change. Why are the temperaments and 4 quotients of 4 children born to the same parents different? It's because the parents' states of mind at the time of conception were different. In fact, parents' state of mind during conception is very important. During conception, if parents were depressed, it's easy to attract depressed souls to incarnate. If parents harboured ghost-like intentions, it's easy to attract ghosts to incarnate. If parents harboured snake-like intentions, it's easy to attract snakes to incarnate. Think carefully and you will find that this is still a case of reaping what one sows. Number 3. Karmic causes are diverse and karmic effects can be categorized into 5 types. Beings create different karmas, and karmic effects can be categorized into several types. If one often creates the karma of desire, then their desire will increase. This is similar to drinking salty water when thirsty, which only intensifies the thirst. This kind of karmic cause is called cause of similar type, and its resulting effect is called the effect similar to the cause. Good or bad karmic causes can lead to corresponding results in future lifetimes. From this perspective, karmic causes are also called ripening causes, which ripen at a different time and place. The effects caused by the ripening causes are known as the fully ripened effects. From different perspectives, karmic causes can also be classified as causes of similar type and ripening causes. Of course, events often unfold due to the combination of various karmic causes and conditions, driven by the actions of the free will of numerous beings, resulting in different and unpredictable karmic effects. The karmic effects produced by various causes can be categorized into 5 types. We've already discussed two types, the effect similar to the cause and the fully ripened effect. Now, let's delve deeper into this categorization. Number 1. Immediate fruition refers to the karmic effect that ripens in the present lifetime. For example, engaging in learning or participating in some activities can lead to outcomes or benefits in this lifetime. The Foundation for Yoga Practitioners, Volume 9, states that 2 extremely virtuous actions and 5 extremely evil actions will inevitably result in immediate fruition. Extremely virtuous actions refer to the right faith and understanding in the 3 jewels, and doing great virtuous deeds guided by the Buddha's teachings. These actions can lead to worldly happiness, longevity, and even liberation in this lifetime. The 5 extremely evil actions refer to the 5 cardinal sins: intentionally killing one's father, mother, an arhat, injuring a Buddha, and breaking the harmony of the Sangha, including taking possessions of monasteries and slandering Mahayana Buddhism. These actions will lead to immediate retributions in this lifetime because the karma is too grave. Breaking the harmony of the Sangha refers to gossiping and sowing discord in the Buddhist community, driven by jealousy or arrogance. Number 2. The effect similar to the cause refers to the continuation of the similar causes and effects, like the continuous flow of water in a river. For example, those who engage in killing like killing. Those who practice meditation like tranquility, and those who are compassionate like giving. This is because the effects similar to the causes arise in their minds. Number 3. Fully ripened effects, which will ripen in future lifetimes, leading one to be reincarnated in the 6 realms of samsara. Most people create countless karmas in their lifetime. So, how do they experience the fully ripened effects after death? The way of karma states, the way of karma is like a balance scale. Heavier karma comes first. 4 types of karma determine the fully ripened effects one experiences first after death, that is, where one goes after death. The first type is extremely heavy karma. The second type is the karma that arises at the time of death, known as karma at death. The third type is habitual karma, the one has often engaged in and developed a tendency for throughout life. The fourth type is karma accumulated from past lives that hasn't ripened into effects, but will ripen first at the time of death, known as accumulated karma or reserve karma. These are heavy karmas. At the time of death, among these heavy karmas, the one that arises first will be experienced first. It depends. Which one arises first depends on the causes and conditions. Among the 4 types of karma, extremely heavy karma, karma at death, habitual karma, and accumulated karma, the extremely heavy karma and karma at death play a crucial role in determining where one goes after death. Buddhist books say, a moment of practice at the deathbed can surpass a long period of practice. This means that at the time of death, if one sincerely repents and devoutly recites the Buddha's name, it can surpass months or even years of practice. Therefore, the practice at the time of death is extremely important. It's crucial for you to prepare well for your death. This is because after a lifetime of spiritual practice, your last moments are the final opportunity that determines where you will go. As spiritual practitioners, you should prepare well for your death and address all pending issues beforehand. Don't wait until you're struggling to breathe, speak, and write. At that moment, once you die in panic, you are screwed, as you'll inevitably end up in a bad place, such as the ghost realm. As spiritual practitioners, when you are close to death, you should completely let go of all attachments and then merge into your true nature. It's best to completely let go before death, or even do so now, preparing for death at any moment. This is the best. Sometimes death may come suddenly. It's hard to predict. Life is impermanent, and death may come unexpectedly. Many people didn't know that they were about to die before their death. Therefore, you should prepare in advance. Number 4. Environmental effects refer to the impact of an individual's actions on their living environment. The Buddha said that committing the 10 negative actions leads to 10 types of depletion of external resources. That is, our living environment is becoming worse and worse. In the Sutra on Different Karmic Consequences, the Buddha said, if beings often engage in the 10 negative actions, their external resources will become insufficient. This is evident today with many disasters such as famine, earthquakes, environmental degradation, and air pollution. The living and ecological environments are becoming worse and worse. Number 5. Relational effects refer to the impact of an individual's actions on their relatives, those around them, and even society. For example, if someone achieves success in their spiritual practice, those connected to them will benefit. If someone commits a crime, the entire family will be ashamed and even implicated, and the society may also be negatively affected. Various sentient beings, especially humans, live in interdependent relationships with others, society, nature, and even animals. The karmic effects of an individual's actions can impact their living environment, including society and nature, while the karma created by many people together, collective karma, can lead to changes in social systems, educational systems, living environments, and more. The prosperity or poverty, strength or weakness, advancement or backwardness, level of civilization, social order, societal mentality, and living environment of a nation, a country, or a region are the karmic consequences resulting from the collective actions of the societal group. The group collectively reaps what it sows. This is still about the principle of reaping what one sows. Number 4. Karmic consequences rely on numerous conditions and span 3 lifetimes. The law of karma is also known as the law of cause and effect, or the law of dependent arising. I often explain that all phenomena arise from conditions. According to the fundamental wisdom on the middle way, there are 4 types of conditions for the arising of a phenomenon: causal condition, dominant condition, percept object condition, and immediate condition. Causal conditions are the internal factors that contribute to the arising and development of phenomena. Dominant conditions are the external factors that contribute to the arising and development of phenomena. Percept object conditions are the environmental factors that serve as objects for the mind's activity. Immediate conditions are the various conditions that arise and cease moment by moment, continuously giving rise to subsequent conditions. All phenomena arise, change, and cease due to the combination of causes and conditions. For example, when a plant seed matures, it doesn't necessarily sprout immediately. It requires the ripening of causes and conditions, such as appropriate temperature, humidity, soil, sunlight, etc., for it to sprout, grow, blossom, and bear fruit. The effects of karmic causes and conditions created by sentient beings may not ripen or arise in this lifetime. It might take a long time, perhaps even until the next lifetime or future lifetimes, for them to ripen. The effects of karmic causes and conditions need to be observed from the entire cycle of life and cannot be limited to the present moment or current lifetime. According to the sutra, karmic effects based on their ripening time can be categorized into 3 types. Number 1. Immediate fruition, or present life fruition. The karmic effects will ripen in the current lifetime. Number 2. Fruition in the next lifetime. The karma created in this lifetime will bring about effects in the next lifetime, while the causes of the effects experienced in this lifetime can be traced back to past lives. The sutra also states, if you want to know the causes created in your past lives, look at what you experience in this life. If you want to know the consequences in your future lives, look at what you do in this life. This mainly refers to the ripening causes and the fully ripened effects. The fully ripened effects are inherent attributes that one is born with and cannot choose, such as the era and region of birth, family, innate physical appearance, 4 quotients, potential in various arts and skills, athletic talents, personality, etc. These are all karmic effects ripened in this lifetime, caused by karmic causes from past lives. Especially with regard to family, your parents were attracted by your karmic causes and conditions. Strictly speaking, they were chosen by you. From the perspective of parents, you are also attracted by their karmic causes and conditions. Like attracts like, and combined with your karmic connections, you become parents and children in this lifetime. This is about the fruition in the next lifetime. Number 3. Fruition in future lifetimes. Due to incomplete conditions, some karma created in this life or previous lives will require many lifetimes, even in a distant future, for the conditions to be complete and the karmic results to ripen. However long it takes for the karmic results to ripen, even if it takes numerous kalpas, as long as the karmic cause is sowed, the karmic results will arise. No one can escape the karmic results. In the Sutra of the Heap of Jewels, Entering the Womb, there is a verse saying, even if hundreds and thousands of kalpas have passed, the karma created will not disappear. When causes and conditions combine, one has to experience the karmic results. The Mahaparinirvana Sutra, Volume 9, states that although there is the phenomenon in the world where evil deeds don't immediately bring about retributions, one shouldn't simply conclude that there are no karmic consequences for positive and negative actions based solely on observing the phenomenon of virtuous people suffering and evil people enjoying happiness. When virtuous people suffer, they are experiencing the karmic consequences of their negative actions from their past lives. When evil people enjoy happiness, they are enjoying the karmic rewards of their positive actions from their past lives. Positive actions bring about positive results, while negative actions bring about negative consequences. It's not that there are no karmic consequences, but rather that it's not time yet, or eventually both positive and negative actions will bring about karmic consequences. It's just a matter of sooner or later. This concept of karmic consequences spanning 3 lifetimes has deeply rooted among Chinese people for a long time and has become an ethical belief embraced by many. It has played an immeasurable role in promoting people to do good and cultivate virtues, balancing societal mentality and maintaining social order. This belief has always existed in China for 2,000 years. The only thing we can change is ourselves. When we all change ourselves, we can attract leaders who are virtuous and believe in the law of causality. This is also a kind of collective karma that we bring to ourselves. Our leaders are also attracted by our karmic causes. We can only change ourselves, so don't complain. That is, don't complain about society or others. Just work on yourself, and gradually things will change.